Good morning, Jim Hodges here, Louie here. Louie is a 7 to 8 month old German Shepherd puppy in for our residency training program. Louie's a great dog. He has learned tremendously. He is real smart. He does everything real well. Probably the biggest thing that we have to watch out with Louie, and that's common with a lot of dogs, especially German Shepherds, is that prey drive. That prey drive is the sense of wanting to get prey animals like little dogs, squirrels, birds, cats, things along those lines. That's something that we have to work on all of our lives together. Doesn't mean we can't control it. We have to work on it. We have to put him in positions with prey, give him the option of what to do. I don't know if you can see in the video, but there's two cats right here in front of me. You can watch him watching them. And find an outlet for him when he looks at the cat and does it act, that we make it a tremendous thing, like a toy, a treat, praise, something along those lines, when he avoids that contact and will pay attention to us, okay? We know at his home, we have another dog at home and we have a cat, and that the other dog may be an instigator to his onset of prey drive with the cat at home. We have to set that up. Remember, I tell everybody, dogs learn in environments and scenarios. When an environment changes, our dog reverts back to his raw self or previously learned behavior. So we know he's going to act out. It's our job to know that he's going to act out in a certain situation, to arrest that behavior before it has a chance to really start. That's where it's going to make the biggest difference with him. It's not about intimidation or domination or breaking his spirit or anything like that. It's about redirecting, then praising the attention that we get to his detriment of the cats not paying attention. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go through the obedience. You know, the basic thing in the obedience that I see with you guys is we have to be the leader. You know, German Shepherds have a lot of character. They are strong animals designed to do a lot of things, okay? So we have to be strong enough to be their leader. We have to know when we're going to tell him to do something that he has to do it. When he does it, we praise him. If he does it, we bite him with whatever bite that is necessary without going too strong, okay? If he does something wrong once, he's going to do it again and again. We just have to work at it. So now we have Kitty Cat here. We're going to start with the let's go. Listen to the tone of my voice. That's probably the other biggest thing that we can always do, is learn to try to motivate with our voice, to encourage him to do, and then whenever I give him the DOWN command, listen to that tone. Okay? All right, Louie, you ready? Let's go. Good boy. So, let's go. It's so important, especially with a dog that's prey driven, that he's right here by our side or maybe a little behind, never in front, okay? As soon as he starts to go in front, we would stop or bite or a combination of both to let him know where he needs to be. Let's go. Good boy. And we'll pet him and love him. I know you're not big treat trainers. I'll use treats anytime we can to motivate the behavior and teach the behavior of what we want at some point in time. Good boy. Treats go out the window, okay? We only give treats as a reward for something that we want to give him. He's not working for that treat. All right? So let's go with the loose leash. If he started going this way, and I turn, no, let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Hand signal for sit. He sits. When we tell him to sit, he has to hold that sit until we release him. Being a big bone dog, I'm one of those crazy guys. I don't like to leave a dog in a sit for a long time. Break. Typically 30 seconds or a minute. If you have a dog at home and he loves to sit, you can keep him in a sit longer. I just don't like to put that pressure on him. Hand signal is sit. If he did not sit, I would tap up the leash and tell him no or act when I'm tapping the leash, and then repeat the command. When he did it, I would reach down and pet and love him. Same with let's go. You don't have to use no or at, but in the beginning, I would tap that leash in the direction you wanted him to go on the let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Sit. See, he needs to learn, being prey driven, that you can tell him to sit and you don't have to necessarily be stopped when you tell him. Remember, we were working on the sitting down in motion. That's a good boy. Break. There's the release command. Break. Doesn't have to be that big. I typically do something like that with my dogs. Sit. Good. Hand signal for the DOWN from the front. If he doesn't do it, I'm going to tap the leash like this. Down. You notice he saw the hand signal. I'll typically give the hand signal and the word. You don't have to give both of them every time. You can make it your choice. Let's go. Down. Break. Good boy. So sit. Good. Down. Good boy. And just like down, he has to hold that command until I release him. Break. Let's go. Good boy. I'm proud of you. That's a good boy. He's a happy worker. He's a good, strong worker. And as I said before, he's real smart. Sit. So now we're going to do the recall command. It is so important, the recall or the come command. When we do this, I recommend with you that you use a treat just about every time for the next 100, 200 times, okay? It's really important that we get him to key in. One of the things about the treat, though, is he likes to focus on the treat. See? I am not going to give him that treat until he looks at me first. I'm going to try to mix up hands and everything else. Now, when I say the next 100 to 200 times, you can sprinkle in the come command without the treat. If he doesn't do it properly, we tap in the direction for us. The proper come command is coming to us, sitting down, coming and sitting down directly to us when we're doing on leash. If he didn't come to me, I would tap the leash towards me. If he didn't sit at the end, it would be no sit at the end, okay? So he's in that hold. Come. Good boy. Atta boy. I gave him the treat when he looked at me. Break. Good boy. So, we do that on leash. Now, off leash is so important. I just received an email this morning that a person said, I did a one-on-one session last week, last Wednesday, I believe it was. They let their dog out this weekend, and he wouldn't come to them when they told him to come. What's wrong with that picture? You never tell your dog to come off leash, okay, unless you know he's going to come or you have a way of making him come. Ideally, the former is better than the latter. Let's go. So, off leash, when we tell him to come, there needs to be a good reward on the back end. How do I practice this on leash to get him to turn off? Let's go. He's not paying attention. We'll get him moving around. And then out of the blue. Good boy. And notice I said good boy, but he's still in the sit. Break. So you can use a toy. If he's got a special ball or a tug or something like that, you don't even need it as a treat. But off leash, I would wave it, show it to him, get him coming to me, and then in the act of coming, don't smell. Don't like that. In the act of coming, we would give him that word to come. Break. Next is the place command. Place. He can lay down, sit down, stand up. Notice how he's getting. A week and a half ago, he would not be looking at the cat like he is. Break. That's important. We want it to become a non-event. How could I change that, or how could I add to that? Place. First of all, he lays down, sits down, stands up, reads a book, I don't care, he stays there. He can do this for a couple of hours. See how he's avoiding the cat? Atta boy. Good boy. I could give him just praise and love. I could give him a treat. I could give him a toy. I could let him know how, even something to chew on, I could let him know how great I am that he's not looking at that cat right now. And the other thing is, he starts to learn that when the cat is present, good things happen. Atta boy. Hey. Good boy. Let's go. Come on. Sit. Good. Break. So, we have let's go, sit, down, come, okay? Come off leash, place command. We can use stay. Went down, stay. I don't do a sit stay, I do a down stay and I do a room stay. When I put my hand in front of his head like that, that is the stay command. When I use it as a down stay, he has to stay there. He could roll on the side, he could chew a bone, he could smell the ground then, which I will not allow him in a normal down, but he's off the clock, but he has to stay there. With a dog this strong, I recommend in the beginning that you try to do a down stay for 10 or 15 minutes whenever you can. Why? It lets him know that you're in control. Cat number 3 coming over to the side. He's looking at it. Hey, good boy. Atta boy. Break. Let's go. Come on. So you see how the hay got redirected him? Sit. Good. Now sit. Now sit. Good. Good boy. And you see he's a happy worker. He really is. He wants to do the right thing. Finally is the heel command. The heel command is we have an imaginary rectangular box by our side. We tell him to heel. He stays beside us, okay, while we're moving. When we're making turns and such, he may fall out of the box. His job is to get back into the box. Watch, here we go. Heel. When I stop, he's going to sit automatically. And good boy. And notice that when he stopped, I didn't tell him to sit, he held the sit. So we'll go again, heel. And I'll do figure 8s with this, letting him sense that whatever I'm doing, his job, good boy, is to get in that box. Atta boy. Now, one thing I will not do is, I will not stop my walk when he's out of the box. When is he most likely going to be out of the box? When we're making these crazy turns. If I'm going down the fast line, going straight, I will not jump stop because that's not fair to him. Here. I will come to a stop so that it's easy for him. Atta boy. Notice how he's watching? So it's easy for him to stop. Right. The last thing that I'll do is I've carried him out to Muddy Creek, places to walk. It's real important that he walks by your side. Another thing that I believe is, and this can be a saving moment, is I don't allow him to load into my car until I tell him to. So it would be a sit or a wait, and then it would be the hup or load up, okay? So he's not in a command, he's fine. Let's go. So now we're going to do the load up command. Sit. And I use the same hand signal as the play. Hup. Atta boy. As soon as he gets up on here, I praise. Break. Louie's a fantastic dog. Really is. He has learned everything. He's learned it and wanted to learn. The biggest thing, of course, is we have to address that prey drive. And the way we do is try to insert ourselves into that picture, letting him see that we're the leader. We're going to do this with your other dog, Monkey, and the cat. We're going to do this in the yard when people are walking by with their dogs or on a skateboard or what have you. We have demonstrated what needs to be done. We have proven what needs to be done when we've gone for our walks. And he's done a wonderful job, okay? When we are taking a walk, it's important that we put ourselves between the other dog or the bicycle or the skateboard that's coming, okay? Why? That means he's got to go through us to get there. Not that he would ever do it, but it just gives us a chance to interact. Not only that, it also puts us in a position of leadership because he has to go through. Why? Because we are projected in front of him. If you ever have any questions, you just need to pick up the phone and give me a call. 336-945-3232. As I tell all of my clients, I'm here for you. I really do care about your dog and about you and what happens going forward. If we can ever do a follow-up on what we've been doing here, there's no charge for it. You just give us a call, come out. Rachel and I, or maybe even Tony, will work with you and get what's done squared away. He's a fantastic guy again. Good luck to you. You can do it. Take care. Bye-bye.